So we're gonna start off with this bad boy. You gotta peel it, all right? So you don't wanna eat skin. I like the skin, but most don't. Get my good old knife. And what I'm gonna do here, that's part 2. I can't wait. Even that wants to jump in here. All right, so I wanna cut, if you can see the width of that, I need like 1-inch squares. And I'm gonna show off just a minute here. All right. So what I'm looking for is this, okay? That's gonna cut right through. With the seasonings and everything, it'll cook really quick for you, all righty? Look how quick I just cut all those. They came out of 1 potato. It came out of 1. I didn't know I was a magician. All right, so now we're gonna be playing with these bad boys right here. The carrots, the red, the parsnip, all right? Now you see how they are. I'm gonna show you just different cuts really quick. So it's elongated. I'm gonna cut this one on an angle, so it looks like that, okay? Now I'm gonna try the wheel, or as some people do. I can't do that. It just drives me insane. So, all right, so we got that cut going on. And then we got elongated. So that was real hard. You see the way I just did all those? That was pretty quick, wasn't it? You impressed? And all I'm doing is mixing. It's not really a big deal right now. I have my red onion. I like red onion. That's just the thing. Yellow onions are sweet. White onions are they're better for cooking. They're more plain. I like the red. It's got a little potent. It makes you cry a little bit more. So, they see how I'm doing it? I took it, cut it in half. So I got a wedge. Now I'm gonna take that and cut that in half. That's it. Real simple. They call that a stew cut. A lot of hunters use that because we're lazy in the woods. We just like to shoot and eat. All right. I did those one more time so you can see if you want to cut them even smaller, you can. Just slice it one more time. Now what's going to happen? Use that big old cut I just did. Look at the piece that came out of it. It all depends on how many times you want to slice it. It's up to you. We're going to take these and put those right in there. I didn't break them up yet, right? So what are the spices we have there? Marjoram. Yep. Yep. I sound like a school teacher. That's cool. I already cheated. I got it all mixed because it's just what I do. But I never mix my oregano with it. It's just too strong. Oh, that smells good. Salt and pepper. I personally like kosher salt. The advantage is that it's sharp. It doesn't look sharp, but it is, and it actually cuts vegetables. Ready? Clean hands, I promise you, gloves. I know that's all I'm doing. You're in the home stretch. That's it. I have a sheet pan, very simple. Parchment paper is an easy way to go. I personally like canola oil or olive oil spray. It cleans a lot easier, saves the environment just a little bit more, but I love it on my food, okay? And I don't like to splash oil, just a thin spray, okay? So here we go. That's it. You're done. We're going to cook this halfway through, but then we're going to take it out, and we're going to cover it with foil and do the other half. Okay. Who's with me? Did I lose anybody? Nobody leaving yet? I got my bouncer out the door, so it's okay. All right, we're putting this in the oven. Ready? Hope it fits. You know what happens? You know what happens? You know what happens? We're going to cheat. I was planning on it. Great. Any questions so far? No? None? What brought me here? How did a New Yorker wind up in Oklahoma City? Anybody want to know? Yeah. Work, the job. They moved me here to do a little work I was working with Marriott at the time, and I had to come downtown, Oklahoma City, when they were doing the renovation of the Renaissance Hotel. And I had the privilege of I got to tell you a funny story as I'm doing this, but I actually met a woman at the airport. She was working. Wonderful, wonderful lady. Just amazing. Amazing. And as I got off the plane, I look at the board and it said 1:15. I was like, wow, I know there's a time difference, but is that the right time? She goes, no, darling, that's the temperature. I was like, oh. So we're going to do individual vegetable lasagnas. Now, the secret to this, a lot of people like to make lasagna, right? It's a great thing. I make a wonderful meat lasagna because I just like to eat. What can I tell you? But the hard part about it is making them individual, a la muffin pan, okay? Just a basic muffin pan. If you think of anything that you can make, if you can build a crust, you can put it in a muffin pan and make them individual. So if you cut them in thirds, you got an appetizer. If you leave it as such, you can put it on a bed of lettuce, you got a great gourmet salad. Or you could put it on two on a plate with some sauce of your choice, and you've got an entree. So muffin pans are kind of easy. They're the way to go. I personally like the individualness of it. It's very simple. So how do we do this? You ready? Here's the kicker. I don't like to use crust and all this fat and all of this kind of business. So I go ahead and cheat. You're not cheating. What? You're not trying. I use wonton wrappers. Good old wonton wrapper. And ironically, Walmart has these all over the place. We shop today. I think somebody's making these for the holidays. I really do, because we couldn't find them. So I went to a secret store and found them just for you guys. It's like $2 for 2 trays. It's nothing. But the beauty of it, the calories are so low. And they're done. It's flour that's done, okay? Now, you can do these 1,000 different ways. The simplest way to do it, I have a very elegant way in the recipe card. Layers, okay? That's great. But if you're in a hurry and 10 people showed up and they brought 5 more, you got to move these things along. So I went and cheated again. So I got a bunch made so we can eat today. But the secret, if you take this, am I good here? Can you see this? Yeah, all right. So I'm going to put it in just like this. A lot of people want to square them off, but if you square it off, it's going to be hidden. Nothing will stick up. It won't look pretty at the end, okay? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to turn it, and I'm just going to literally do this. You see what's going on here? Ah, yeah, she said. Okay, next one, same way, okay? Does everybody see how we did that? All right. All right, so I have pesto. Everybody knows what pesto is. It's basically basil, Parmesan, pine nuts, ground up, olive oil, ground up. You're done. It's very simple, very clean, no big deal. So over here, I'm making my mixture for the Asiago cheese, which will add a little bit of the sharpness to it. So what I'm doing is I bring it to a light boil. I get a good froth out of it so it thickens. I like it all aerated. My Asiago cheese, which is right here, and it's grated. So I'm just going to put some in there just to show you. And I'm just letting the heat of the milk and the flour just melt that away a little bit. And it starts to thicken. Pretty much going to let that just sit for a minute. And what I want to do now, we're all done with all this fun stuff. I got to get my veggies going. So we start with mushrooms. These are baby bella, not portobello. Okay? You can do portobello, but it's not necessary to have that expense. It truly is not. And the value is here, okay? Now, mushrooms are dirty, gotta clean them. And I wanna teach you something with a knife because I'm not into people getting cut too often. So there's a thing called squaring when you slice vegetables or anything like that. Anybody ever hear of that before? Squaring a knife? No? Okay. Well, if you cut this, it's round, right? It can roll and you can cut your finger, right? Okay. Can't roll anymore. Okay? So now, okay, I'm going to turn it over again. That's it. And I don't want to dice this up. I don't want it ground. I want it kind of chunky. So you can see how I have these cut up ahead of time. This is called pencil asparagus. These are the thin ones, all right? Not the big ones, all right? So here, I did not blanch. Blanching is when you run them through hot water real quick and you take them out, okay? I did not blanch these because I'm going to saute them, but I did wash these under hot water. And you can see that they're definitely not like in the store, all right? And all I'm going to do, I want them about that big. And then I want some, I don't know if I can get my finger around it, that big, okay? So when you're eating, it has different textures as you're going, okay? I went to school to learn how to do that. Okay, so what I just tossed out is awesome for soup, amazing for soup, okay? But that's not why we're here. All I'm gonna do, heat up my skillet. So mushrooms first, right? So in case you're thinking, boy, that's a lot for 6, I did it for everybody. Okay, so we multiplied it by 4, okay? So I'm gonna do the same thing with my oil. And I run it along the side. Why? Because the side is hot. Cheat. I cheat a lot. Sorry. So now the shallots, everybody familiar with them? They're in the onion family. This is what they look like. They're small bulbs. They have them really large. Not necessary. The large ones are just life is easy because you cut one, you're done. I like the small ones. Just they're more manageable, less waste. Okay, so how I did that, and you just peel it off just like an onion, very similar. Get back on the flame, behave. Oh, these smell good, by the way. See where we're at? They glazed a little bit, okay? They turned from whitish brown to brown, okay? Here goes the bad boys. Okay, but you see the mix? Okay? Only a couple more minutes. I'm not gonna cook these a whole lot more, but these bad boys are ready. Wait, see that? Trying to do it on a dark background. There you go. That's a little better, right? See how they turned out? Okay. Got a little pink and a little gold. That's what we want. We're back to this bad boy again. A lot of people like to mix them together. I'm not a fan of that. You could very easily do that. So I'm giving you 2 options. That has to really cool down. Or you can save a lot of time, fill with your ricotta pesto, and top with your vegetables. Half and half? All right. So we're going to get the filling. That's it. Rocket science, huh? Smells good. Okay, that's one. I like to make it layered. I like to eat it mixed. I don't know. Does that sound lazy? Maybe. Yeah, this looks really good. So, that's it right here. You remember this bad boy over here, right? Don't forget him. He'll be next. Either way, it goes on top. Doesn't matter. It kind of locks everything in. See the way you roll? All right. Okay. In you go. I'm on fire. Okay. Good. Nice and cool. Good, good, good. Now this one, we're going to mix. See the mix? Looks a whole lot different, doesn't it? So now you see what I'm saying about the presentation? But you can also cheat by saving some of those at the end and sprinkle them on top. But you said mixed. We're going mixed. Don't give me a hard time now. Okay. And this smells really good right here, right now. Ask me what I ate today. Nothing. Had a cup of coffee. Like the way I said that, coffee? Remember this, right? I like it cool, so it doesn't do that. And you see the look of it? That's why I like that with the topping. It just, to me, I just think it looks better. Remember the Asiago cheese, right? Okay, we're gonna lock this up. It's not a lot, it's just a little pinch at the end. That's it. It's not a big deal. Very simple. That's it. Oven.